Coming up on Mountain News this morning, President Joe Biden makes a visit to eastern Kentucky to tour just a small fraction of the damage the devastating flooding left behind. And we hear from just one of the many organizations serving up hot meals to eastern Kentuckians who need them the most.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. 6 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Let's take it over to Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, well, I don't know, fog this morning?
Fog this morning.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, fog this morning and then rain this afternoon. So I don't know, we can't seem to catch a break here lately. But again, hopefully we're going to see conditions be isolated if we see any flooding. But we're going to keep a very close eye on that over the next couple of days and keep you posted. Let's take a look, see what's going on right now. And you see dense fog showing up from Harlan through Jacksboro. But again, I'm telling you, actually from Weiss through Jacksboro, but I'm telling you, there is a bunch of it out there this morning that's just not showing up on the sensor. So be careful across the region. US 119, US 23 up toward Jenkins. No major issues up there going into southwest Virginia as you start your day. Temperatures in the 70s as we head through most of the area, but some 60s out there southwest Virginia. 65 Clintwood, 66 in Wise, and Jonesville up to 70, 69 there in Harlan. Temperature difference from this time yesterday, exactly where it was in Harlan and Jonesville, but most of the spots, and Logan too, but most of the spots a few degrees warmer. 86 is our forecast high today. Could we get a bit above that if we have more sunshine? Absolutely, just like we did yesterday. 85 is our average. 96 is the record. We will not reach that. Set back on this day in 2007. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden toured parts of our region on Monday, getting a first-hand look at the devastation left behind by floodwaters. The President and First Lady were joined by Governor Andy Beshear, First Lady Brittany Beshear, and Congressman Hal Rogers and his wife, making this the first visit by a sitting president in this area since 1999.
We're just like everybody else. It demolished half of our neighbors, like there's no houses left.
That is how one eastern Kentuckian felt leading up to the president's visit Monday. President Joe Biden joined a flood briefing along with Governor Andy Beshear at Marie Roberts Elementary School in Breathitt County. The president and First Lady visited with several families affected by historic flooding as well.
Got to meet the family back here on this side of the road to see what's happened to their properties, their trailer, everything they had, and how they've come together. No complaining, just getting up and going to get done.
Governor Beshear mentioned the more than 3 dozen dead, including 4 young kids. He says seeing the destruction firsthand is heartbreaking.
Brittany and I sat with a young family as they showed us pictures of the homes that they had worked a decade to build, one that they were so proud of that is a total loss.
President Biden spoke with one eastern Kentuckian across the road from where he delivered remarks in Breathitt County. He says the man's trailer was moved to the other end of his property by floodwaters.
He said, well, you know, we Kentuckians don't want to ask for too much. Catch this. We don't want to ask for too much.
The president says the federal, state, and local governments are staying until eastern Kentuckians rebuild.
You're an American citizen. We never give up. We never stop. We never bow. We never bend. We just go forward. And that's what we're going to do here.
In Breathitt County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News. On Sunday, Governor Beshear said the federal government will cover 100% of the cost of certain emergency services here in eastern Kentucky. Well, more than 3,000 families have filled out an application created by the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky that will give them money to support flood relief efforts. Now, the foundation is looking for more donations to continue supporting eastern Kentucky. It will be giving out checks starting at $250 plus $50 per child to families who apply. Chief Operating Officer Kristen Collins says a lot of people in the region desperately need financial support.
If you are able, please donate. I know right now people want to give, and that is fabulous. I know that our distribution centers have needs that they need to have met, but we also know that people are going to need money.
Officials say the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky will continue looking for anyone that needs flood relief as long as it needs to. The donation and distribution site in the old J.C. Penney's building in Hazard opened its doors to those in need yesterday. Thanks to ARH, Save the Children, and other community organizations and volunteers, The new donation and distribution site is covering a variety of needs for the public, like offering relief supplies and even medical care. Coordinators behind this effort say this site is not limited to just the people of Perry County.
This is regional. We want this to be a place where churches and organizations come and get stuff for Knott County, Letcher County, all of the other communities, and take back to them. We want to be that one-stop shop, not just for individuals, and also individuals coming from other counties. If you can get here, we'll take care of you too.
The donation and distribution site at the old JCPenney's is open from 10 to 5 each day, and they are needing volunteers. In Whitesburg, Kane Kitchen is in need of some help. Workers there serve 2,000 meals daily to flood victims. It needs donations of protein, so any type of meat. Organizers tell us they could also use money. We have a link on WYMT.com to help you make any monetary donation online. Later this week, we will show you how they are able to serve up those hundreds of meals. Community Organized Relief Efforts, also known as CORE, is a nationwide nonprofit which works to help communities in need. CORE is currently set up outside of Letcher County Central High School, where people affected by the flood can drive up and get many of their needs met to help them recover from devastation.
We have a donation drop-off and donation pickup location here at the high school. So people are coming in this inside lane through the blue tents. They're picking up cleaning supplies, hygiene products, baby diapers. We have all sorts of stuff.
If you'd like to donate supplies, you can drop them off at the high school until August 12th. Officials say one of the biggest needs right now is cleaning supplies. Many other relief organizations continue to help flood victims across the region. Yesterday, WYMT's Olivia Calfee spent some time at Letcher County Central High School, where the nonprofit foundation Mercy Chefs has been preparing meals for people in the community.
Providing meals and delivering hope.
That's where our mission comes in, to go and provide a little normalcy, a little hope with a hot meal, and remind people that they are not forgotten.
Mercy Chefs is providing thousands of meals each day for people in eastern Kentucky.
I just like to remind folks often that disasters don't happen in a state or a region or a town. Disasters happen in people's lives.
Volunteers visiting with people in the community each day. There they hear one thing every time.
You've fed my family for days.
Yeah, you've been feeding my family for days.
And they have made a promise that they are not going to stop until they are no longer needed.
We always promise that we won't leave until we're not needed anymore. And whether that's a week or whether that's a month or in some cases, whether that's a year, Mercy Chefs is committed to the people here.
An organization that believes amazing things can happen over a shared meal. In Letcher County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Anyone in the community can pick up Mercy Chefs meals from Letcher County Central High School until August 12th. Before yesterday, Father Jim Schisko had never been to Isom in Letcher County, but his visit will not be forgotten, and he came bearing gifts for the owners and workers of the IGA, the only grocery store for miles that was destroyed during the flood. A large crowd gathered outside the store on Monday with word spreading that something amazing was going to happen. Moments later, Father Jim showed up with a briefcase handcuffed to his hand. He then passed out $10,000 in gift cards to every worker of the grocery store, and he had them line up again and pass them out until they were all gone. He then donated a lot of money to help the grocery store come back.
$20,000. $20,000 for you today.
Well, the Father Jim says the money won't be the only gift given to the store. He says the generosity of others will make other gifts possible down the line.
6:09 here on this Tuesday morning. Great story. Glad to see Gwen and her folks over there get some much needed help over at the Isom IGA. Let's talk about our forecast this morning. Heading back over to Pikeville, near Pikeville Commons on US 119, US 23. A little bit of fog over that way this morning. Keeping an eye on that for you. But again, pretty quiet traffic-wise as we start this Tuesday. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s as you head out the door this morning. So a milder start to the morning. 65 in Clintwood to 75 in Moorhead right now. 86 this afternoon, maybe a touch warmer if we keep the sunshine around a little bit longer. Sunshine gives way to storms as we head deeper into the day. Nothing severe, but there could be some heavy rain with those as we go deeper into the day. And their flood watch starts at noon. It returns for, it seems like, I don't know how many times we've had a flood watch here lately. Heavy rain is possible the next couple of days, so keep an eye on your creeks and streams and have a way to get those alerts quickly, and a much cooler trend, almost a fall-like trend on the way just in time for the weekend. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. When we come back here on Mountain News this morning, the FBI executes a search warrant on an estate belonging to the former president of the United States. All that story in just a few minutes.